Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. I mentioned in a previous video that audiobooks is a good way to get motivated to go out for a run. While I've been running, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks about running. I thought I would put together a list of a couple of books that I would recommend for running companions about running. I split this list into two different categories: books to learn from and books to get motivated from. Let's get started with books to learn from. First on the list I have On Pace by Matt Fitzgerald. Matt is somebody who writes a lot of books about running. A lot of them are very motivational, contain a lot of information as well. On Pace, I think, is one of the best one of them. It's a lot about pacing strategies, how you should think about pace, how you should feel about pace, how you should learn to figure out pace without one of these, and so on. It's very good listening, a lot of good information, and quite motivating. Next up, I have two different training manuals for ultra running especially. The first one is Training for the Uphill Athlete with Kilian and others. Any book written by Kilian is worth reading, I think. This is kind of a training manual for multiple different sports, including ultra running. Very good motivational read. A lot of things to learn about training and training philosophy and how to structure your training and so on. But I would say that the best book about training for ultra running is Training Essentials for Ultra Running by Jason Koop. Jason Koop is ultra running coach, has a very good podcast about things as well. But his book, especially the audiobook, is special. Firstly, it's self-produced, so there's no angle from sponsors or anything like that. He says exactly what he thinks about things. Secondly, he put a lot of effort into the audiobook, to producing, not just reading his book. He includes interviews with experts who helped him write some of those chapters. The audiobook format is genius in this one. It's like a between audiobook and podcast. I think it's 12 hours long, worth every minute, every penny. Absolutely recommend it if you want to understand how to train properly for ultra running. Then I have 3 books about science of training and diet. And I would start with the Diet Myth. The Diet Myth is a great book about science of diet and nutrition and so on. Nutrition is super important for runners. The bottom line of the book is pretty much we don't really know a lot. And often overly simplified government guidelines and so on aren't really the thing you should do, or at least isn't the whole truth. It's really worth reading. It's very scientific placed and evaluating what kind of things you can do and what you should think when you are thinking what you should be eating. It doesn't try to sell you a diet. It doesn't try to sell you anything. In fact, it tries to make you not buy stuff. In a similar vein is Exercised. Amazing view into both the history and science of exercise. It breaks a lot of myths about things, and it even makes you feel better about not wanting to go out, because we haven't evolved to exercise. It's normal not to want to go out. It's normal for us to try to save energy instead of go and spend it voluntarily. It's a really good take on what you could think about and how you can get motivated, how you get over things that you naturally feel about exercise in general. And the last book of this category is Good to Go. It's a book about recovery and science of recovery. It's another book that will save you a lot of money by reading it. The bottom line of the book is that the only proven recovery improvement is sleep and rest. It goes through a lot of the recovery means that a lot of companies are trying to sell us and evaluates them scientifically, or at least look into the scientific foundation they are given. It makes you think skeptically of the things that people try to sell you to improve your recovery, improve your sports. It's another book that might save you money. Then let's go to the category of motivation. These are books that you put in your ears when you go for a run and you just enjoy listening them as a story. It makes you feel better about you being out there running. Start with the Training for Ultra. Really good and nice story. Makes you feel better about everything running. The next one on my list is what I talk about when I talk about running. This is an interesting view into Japanese culture together with running culture. You get double dose, you get cultural dose, and you get about running. It's a very beautifully written book. It's a pleasure to listen to. My next recommendation would be Running the Dream by Matt again. He was in the other category already with On Pace. This book is about Matt getting to run with a professional coach and training for a marathon dream in the professional settings with a bit of an older age, and his story, how he goes through that. It's really fun listening. It's really, really cool listening. Then A Runner's High. Dean Karnazes is of course well-known ultra runner. He tells his story about his ultra running career. It's fascinating listening. It's really interesting stories, really cool stories. Last but not least, I have Running with the Kenyans. This story is again double dose of culture and running. It's a fantastic view into the culture in Kenya and the distance running in Kenya and how locals feel about things and the training methods that the locals use and so on. It's a great motivating story and makes you want to go to Kenya to learn to run. Anyways, that's just some of the books I've read. I might do another one where I recommend more books, but these are the top ones I would recommend. Grab yourself a pair of open headphones, download a book, put your phone in your pocket, forget the phone, and go for a run and enjoy. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.